Squad, welcome back to InhaleGamesHQ. You could call me COMM, and today we're back with the Apex facts. You got it, everything you need to know for the new event, Dress to Kill, the collection event to hit us in Season 17 Arsenal. Starting from June 20 to July 4th, this event will bring the LTM Armed and Dangerous. This time, make sure to check the replicator for the fully kitted PK and charge rifle. This will be the only way to grab the charge rifle in this LTM and has been removed from the ground loot. They don't say anything about the PK, so I'm assuming we can still get that. But just snipers and shotguns if you're not familiar with it. So Armed and Dangerous is going to be our LTM. Of course, this is a collection event, so we have 24 limited time cosmetics, and damn, they are looking smooth. Some of these include the Horizon, Crypto, Mad Maggie, and Newcastle skin. Ooh, of course, Squad, if you can collect all 24 of these limited time cosmetics, you will get the new Horizon Heirloom. This thing looks insane, Squad. Check it out. Hope you are excited to pick this one up and bop some numpties in the games with it. Moving on, of course, we have our free reward track where they say you can earn up to 1,600 points per day. These challenges, of course, cross over with regular challenges to help you make that battle pass progress. Of course, don't forget to check out the shop during the event. Some old and some new bundles and cosmetics rolling through, so we'll put those up on the screen. But with this video, Squad, we're actually going to be diving a little bit beneath the surface of this update where they actually gave us some additional patch notes, some balance fixes, weapon changes, legend updates, and more specifically some bug fixes, which I'm really excited about because we got some in the audio front. So as we continue on into those patch notes, don't forget to drop a like if you gained an Apex fact so far, or if you're just excited and dressed to kill. Starting first with our balance updates, we have a change in the weapon crafting rotation. The R99 and the Rampage LMG are entering the crafter, which brings the alternator and the Sentinel back to the floor. The evac tower has been reduced in spawn rate to match the heat shields. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're heckin' everywhere. And the mobile respawn beacon has also been slightly increased in its spawn rate. For weapon updates, we have the Nemesis Burst AR been dominating everything, slightly getting a nerf here as the projectile speed has been reduced and the projectile gravity increased. So it's going to not hit the target as fast and drop off a bit sooner. The EVA 8 sees a bit of a buff in the base rate of fire, as well as when you have a white bolt, the rate of fire has been increased, but with a blue, purple, or gold bolt, the rate has been unchanged. This will just be a nice little buff to the EVA so it can compete with the PK, Mastiff, and Mozam. Looking at our legend updates, again, another legend that's been dominating, Seer. Been looked at here and rebalanced quite a bit, so let's dive into it. For his passive, the heartbeat sensor, the range has been reduced to 50 meters, was 75, and the initial heartbeat delay significantly reduced. So you're going to be able to pick up that heartbeat right away, but the range is only 50 meters. Okay. Looking at his tactical, however, the focus of intention, the range also has been reduced to 60 meters from 75. The firing speed increased 30% faster. They've removed the heal cancel though, removed the revive cancel though, big oofs. And they've removed the respawn beacon interaction interrupt, so big hits to the tactical. The scan time has been reduced to 2.5, was 8 seconds. The scan once again includes a full body highlight. Enemies hit by the tactical are now slowed for 2.5 seconds, and the silence time increased to 10 seconds, was 1.5. They also say here enemies who are silenced by Seer are now highlighted with a threat outlined to Seer and his teammates, but only when they have a line of sight. So really big changes to his tactical, to his passive, but they also took a repass at his ultimate. The throw range has been reduced to 15 meters, was 50, and they've removed the diamond scan markers on enemy movement. You will now only see the footsteps when players move in the zone, and the diamond markers will only appear if the enemy shoots their gun, and just for 1.25 seconds. If you were a Seer main, yikes, you took a bit of a hit here, but you'll have to let me know if you can press on and how this legend's still going to play. Let's heckin' keep it going here, starting with quality of life and the firing range, which, if you don't know, has been completely overhauled this season, and so we have a few additional changes to come alongside it. They have customized the range menu by adding 3 new options, one being to switch to third person, which sounds super cool, another option to show general purpose timer, and another option to match dummy helmet levels to the shield levels. Some general dummies and collision updates, the spawning distancing and frequency have been improved, and the firing range target redesigned. They've added more hot links to how to gain weapon mastery XP to the overview tab and the end of game weapons tab. They say here, squad, and I'm super excited about it, audio engine stability improvements. Vague, but we'll get into a few more audio improvements shortly. The Bloodhound Trials, updated loot on World's Edge to now dispense smart loot for the active team in the trials at the end of each challenge round. For Newcastle, he now destroys jump pads and crypto drones on castle wall impact like other placeable objects. The extended supply support bins have a higher chance to give an MRB, mobile respawn beacon, to support legends who have dead teammates. Banners are not required for higher chances. The Legend menu itself has a couple changes. They've added the new Legend BIOS tab and removed the Classes subtabs. For PC, added a new menu, Clamp Mouse Cursor to Game window option, which is super cool for me. For FPS in the lobby, it's now capped at 60 Hz, which should give high-end graphics card a chance to cool down between matches, which is nice. And for Intel Arc users, they will now receive a pop-out prompt to consider the DX12 beta, which has shown improved performance characteristics on Arc hardware. More information and a link in the description if you're interested there. But for our last two quality of life improvements, they've updated the podium screen to minimize white flashes, and the weapons menu, they've added new weapon backgrounds tab. Looking now at the bug fixes where I said we dive further more into some audio fixes, let's heckin' start right there because that's what we are most excited about. They fixed certain movement sounds taking priority over footsteps. They fixed hearing ballistics tactical sound effect in other firing ranges. They fixed incorrect sound effects when ballistic hits a teammate with Whistler. They fixed more issues with server audio dropouts. Fixed players emitting falling audio after dying, which super nice. Continuing on now with some more bug fixes, the car now shows the correct active ammo when the infinite ammo is active. They fixed "Are you sure you want to leave?" prompt that were happening when, you know, they didn't need to, like when you'd wipe a squad, all of a sudden it would pop up on your screen. You're like, what? What'd I do? Nothing. It was just a bug. They fixed the top of buildings not registering as out of bounds on World's Edge. They fixed ballistics Tempest visual effects staying on while cloaked or phase shifted. They fixed ballistics sling weapon icon not updating for spectators. Fixed death recap appearing blank if you were dead or died when the game ended. They fixed decoy destroyed, message not displaying when destroying a decoy with Newcastle's wall. They fixed the supply bin logic for the mobile respawns as we touched on. They fixed the invisible optic on a primary weapon after swapping it with a sling weapon. Fixed the mobile respawn icon being squished in control on ultra-wide monitors. Fixed occasional client crash when exiting an IMC armory. Fixed occasional crash when changing legends while emoting as ballistic in firing range. They fixed pinging Icarus Bridge on Olympus while holding a vault key displaying incorrectly. Fixed pinging weapon icons on the map and minimap being squished. Fixed teams being unable to craft banners if the support legend on the team leaves. They fixed the replicator so hopefully players should no longer get stuck when crafting. Weapon mastery, badge previews now correctly update after earning the first one, and the volume sliders now increase/decrease correctly when using a controller, so that's kind of cool. And then just a few bug fixes for our legends. We already kind of talked about some on Ballistic. Of course, being the new legend, he's bound to have some bugs, so rude. Looking at a few more bug fixes for Ballistic. Backpack no longer stays open when downed while Tempest is active. Fixed an exploit where players could get a weapon with attachments into the sling. Now auto cycles to his sling weapon when other weapons run out of ammo. The tactical lock-on effect no longer stays if downed while locked on. And the tactical lock-on effect no longer stays if hit by Seer's tactical while locked on. For Lifeline, they fixed the Shinobi Surgeon skin textures. For Newcastle, they fixed inconsistencies on landing with the castle wall, and we kind of touched on a few of the other castle wall issues. For Rampart, the Nemesis voice line no longer plays every time the gun is picked up, and the placed Sheila turrets no longer keep the fast reloads from Ballistic's Tempest. Looking at Valkyrie here, in the firing range, dummies weren't scanning, so now they should be. The Heartbeat Harmonizer skin no longer blocks aim down sights with Prowler with a 1x holo on it, and improvements to skyward launch, avoiding obstacles that appear above her after she has already started launching. For Wattson, they fixed fences occasionally being invisible through doors, which is kind of nice because you would walk through it and then the traps would appear. You've probably seen those clips. Additionally, for Wattson, her solar static skin is no longer extra toothy. And lastly, for Wraith, the Into the Void no longer prevents skydive from evac towers. Squad, that is going to be everything for today's video. We covered all the patch notes, quality of life changes, legend updates, and bug fixes. Really looking forward to seeing some of these audio ones. But of course, at the surface, we got some LTM Armed and Dangerous, a reward track, some shop rotations, and 24 cosmetics that lead to a beautiful heirloom. So Dress to Kill, I hope you're excited, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay gaming, COMMs out.
Get out the way. I shoot it to kill it. I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Hey, look at me, look at me.
Let us begin. Can't any of you stop me? Unlikely.
Fuck, I'm sorry, love.
I gotta get it on myself.
Were you saying something?